Good evening and welcome to the Neighborhood Center. My name is Vicky Anderson. I'm Executive Director of the Pawcatuck Neighborhood Center, and my co-host this evening is Maura Bonafede, and she is the Employment Specialist at the Neighborhood Center. And our program this evening is on two or three things. The first thing is we would like to thank everyone in the community who have been so incredibly generous and supportive of their neighbors through the PNC to help people have a Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner, and that the children throughout our area in North Stonington, Stonington and Westerly will have toys Christmas morning. And the generosity within the community has been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. We have so many people to thank and businesses to thank. It's just truly extraordinary. It speaks to really the unique community that we have in our tri-town area.
And it creates such an excitement among the employees too, but the people when they come in, because they see the the gifts that are ready for them, and then we have other things people have donated that they can choose from for stocking stuffers or things like that, and it's it's pretty exciting, and some of them are like so thankful for what they're getting.
Yes.
Because their Christmas would be nothing, and we have the wrapping paper, so they can wrap it, and it looks like it's really from Santa or from Mom and Dad and things. So it's a really exciting time that we have so much to give.
We do. We're not without, and we have toy drives that go on and clothing drives that go on in the community that we're not even aware of. We're not, and people will come in who've done it before, and haven't called up to let us know. They don't have to. They're doing a good thing at their holiday party, and they've come up with an idea and they want to share with somebody else, and so they do it through the Neighborhood Center, and it's just
and even the local police organization had Phil the Cruiser, and a couple of policemen showed up and had different food items for us and things that we need, and other organizations do it, because we serve such a large area. We don't just serve Pawcatuck. We serve the whole town of Stonington, which includes Old Mystic and right up to the Mystic River. And then we go into Westerly, which is, we have an awful lot of people from Westerly, and there's great needs, and we make sure, that everybody does get something that they need.
So the Stonington Police Department did stuff a cruiser on December 12th, and Chief Stewart brought over food with some of his officers, within a day or two, and seeing that is just the personal, it's just, it is personal. I think that's the other thing, is that it's, people come into the Neighborhood Center and they make a point of talking to each one of us individually to say that they brought in something, and they take the moment to explain what it is and who they're hoping it's going to help.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think one of the things, I went downstairs the other day and they've got all these bags, and I thought, what are all these bags? They were in boxes, and somebody donated food for the pet.
Oh.
And so some, might not get to everyone, but when they come to get their own Christmas basket, there's a little bag of different food items for their pet.
That's great.
So we're also making sure the pet has a wonderful Christmas too, which I thought that was like, wow, because we do, we do have pet food periodically, but we don't always have very much of it.
Right.
Because some people, they don't have the money to buy something for that cat or dog, and this helps extend that part of their budget also.
Yeah,
so
we have a small pet food pantry, and people donate to it, and so we're able to help out in that way. But the Mystic Chamber of Commerce with the lighted boat parade, and everybody brought a new toy, and they're beautiful toys, from Mystical Toys in downtown Mystic. And the Carol Sing is coming up on Sunday, December 20th at 3 p.m. at Mystic Seaport at Anchor Circle, and the admittance is a canned good that will come to the Neighborhood Center, and we thank Mystic Seaport and everybody who's coming to sing, because it's a beautiful old-fashioned event. And the numbers and the organizations, the civic groups, it's extraordinary. And so we're having fun, and the community will benefit.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's like, just really exciting all over the place how we
It is.
have things to give people, and, because we are a very large food pantry
We are. Very
Definitely
large.
in the area. Nobody else is even close to what we have,
Yep.
a service.
Yep.
And it's very well organized because we have a lot of volunteers, which we're very, very thankful for them this year.
To each and every
year.
one of the volunteers. They have worked so hard through the holidays, sorting, unpacking, packing boxes. We have new shelves, so they put the, and we're much, it's enabled us to be much more organized and be able to put our dates as far as expiration dates, so we can have a real easy eye on what is
Sure
2015, 16, 17, that sort of thing.
Making sure we're getting rid of that, which is 2015,
Right,
and not
first.
giving out the 16 yet, so we definitely never give out, expired cans, even though they're still good at, maybe a year after on majority of them.
Right.
But we usually try to get them out the door so that we're dealing with the fresh ones whenever we can, so.
Yeah, so our volunteers work very, very hard in the office, answering all the calls, dealing with the public. Our people in the toy Santa's workshop, they've worked very hard, organizing and reorganizing that. It's I don't know, it takes every single person.
It does. And one of the exciting things we also do that we have books for children.
Yeah.
And every child that comes in can take home 2 books each time to read. So, and they're for all levels. I think they go right up through the teenagers.
They do, yeah.
So that is exciting. So if you have extra books, maybe you're getting new books for Christmas, or you got something you want to donate, that's wonderful, so we can pass it on to children
We can use that.
maybe don't have books to read
Right.
that year or something. So that's another aspect of some of the things we provide.
And when the children come, then they can go home, and in the car on the way home, they've got their little book, and they can read their book, and they have a good memory of coming to the neighborhood center, and it's theirs. Those 2
And
books
it's a
are
little
theirs.
corner, because it's a private corner where even they can play, and we have a few items there that they can play with, and while their mom's at the window or their dad getting, food items.
Yes.
It's an opportunity for them to kind of be quiet and, not be, are we going yet? Are we going yet?
Yep,
Like
it's
we all know
theirs.
what the kids tell us that all the time,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. So, our volunteers, if you're ever interested in volunteering at the neighborhood center, we could always use some more volunteers. We have a daily living supply closet, and we have openings in the afternoon, if you're ever interested in that. So give us a call if you are. And we have some programming, well, I wouldn't say changes, but we have some programming dates coming up we want to let you know about.
Yep. As you know, we have a representative from for SNAP from United Community Family Services, and they come in on Fridays. Generally, she comes in twice a month on Friday. You do need an appointment, so people don't have to wait as long and things like that. And during January, she's going to be here 3 times, which is really exciting. She also does insurance, so if you need health insurance, that type of thing, she can also help you to sign up with the Obamacare insurance or those type, or if there's a question on it, I think she can, try to answer it.
Can I jump in?
Sure
United
can.
Community Family Service. I want to just say congratulations to Chuck Seaman. He is retiring and in January, and he's done a phenomenal job with that agency, and it's been a pleasure to partner with UCFS, and we've been partnering with them with a number of things over the years, and especially with this representative from SNAP, bringing the resources right to the people who need it, where they don't have to drive a long way if they don't have transportation, that sort of thing. So enjoy your retirement, Chuck. You've done a great job.
Wow, that's exciting. He's getting to do that. So anyway, she'll be in on January 8th from all the appointments are between 9 and 2 p.m. So you need to contact Abby to set up an appointment for you. She'll be in again on January 21st and also on the 29th. Friday is, the first one's a Friday, then it goes to a Thursday and a Friday. But all of them will be from 9 to 2 p.m. You do need to call for an appointment with Abby. And, if you got an insurance question or it's something to do directly with your SNAP application, or maybe the benefits stopped because you didn't get something back, those type of things you can be taken care of. Energy assistance time, it's that time, we kind of, maybe you haven't come in, made your appointment because, oh, it's warm out, I don't need my heat on right now. So don't wait until she's got so many appointments, you're being pushed out. So it's through TVCCA, and whether you heat with electric or oil or wood or kerosene or even what's the other one? Propane. That type of thing, as long as it's a deliverable fuel. you can sign up and hopefully be able to get at least a tank of it or something like that.
There's help available for people who need fuel assistance, and we'd like to let everyone know that Friday at 3 o'clock is not the opportune time to come, and many people do, but you have to remember the oil company, they have their staff, they'd be getting off. They've been working from 7 till 3. They'll be getting off. Their trucks aren't going to be going out. So the best time is the beginning of the week. So keep an eye on your oil tank, or and however you heat your home, your apartment. And Friday is the toughest day to get a hold of any of the utility companies, any of the deliverable fuel companies. It really is impossible. There's not much we can do for you late on a Friday.
No, and especially with kerosene, because kerosene really only delivers, I think, once or twice a week, a certain day.
Yep.
So if you call and they're not going to come out, even if you're totally out.
That's right.
So you're going to have to go out and buy some and dump it in yourself. So those type of things are very important. We also have Project Warm Up just started also with United Way, and that's another program where you can get energy assistance, and also what's the third one? I forgot.
Well, Operation
Fuel, right? I think that's still happening
Yes.
too. So there's 3 different opportunities. So sometimes if you didn't qualify for one, you may for the other, but I don't believe you can use all 3.
Well, yeah.
They might be able to.
Might be, but you certainly do start out with TVCCA
Right.
first and Project Warm Up last through the United Way.
So those are some of the, necessities that you need, and now's the time to make the appointment, come in and find out, how we can help you.
Right.
And that's those programs are for Connecticut only. So if you are a Rhode Island resident, then you're going to have to go and contact your agencies within Westerly area.
And we can help you with that. We can help to find out who the agency is, the phone number, that sort of thing, because we do serve Westerly. We do work with the other agencies that are in the town of Westerly, and we can work together on that.
South County Community Action,
Right.
I think, is the one primarily. And they start their appointments, I think, a little bit later, but they do send out letters to those that are previous clients. So they would be your primary one, I think, to sign up for this type of energy assistance.
The other, for energy assistance, we'd also like to say congratulations to the Warm Center. They just finished their completion of I want to say an addition, so we want to say congratulations to Russ Partridge and his staff for being able to accomplish that project, in the midst of the day-to-day working with his client base and doing a very good job, and they had an opportunity to celebrate that, and we weren't able to be at the opening of it, but we congratulate you, Russ. That's fantastic. Yeah. We'd also like to say welcome to a new director of MASH, and I'm sorry if I get your first name wrong. The last name is Anderson. I could remember that. I don't know why. I think it's Jeff Anderson, and new director of Mystic Area Shelter and Hospitality, and he just began his job there. He'd been on the board, so he's very familiar with the agency, so it'll be a pleasure to work with him and his staff in the coming year.
Wow, that's exciting to have, somebody new coming into the area, and they're already familiar with the organization, so that gives them a head start on getting back to whatever their goals are for that time.
Food and fuel and clothing. There are places that are doing coat drives. We don't know all of them at this point in time, but we do have coats at the neighborhood center, and I believe the United Way has a number of coats, and different organizations will have coats. So, at some point in time, we're going to have some real winter weather, and we're going to be feeling it, and, there will be snow, perhaps, although it snowed in Arizona the other day.
Yeah, I know.
And they had to close the schools, and they had the plows out, and we had 60 degrees here. It was incredible.
Yeah, somebody said, gee, why go there when it's like this here?
Yeah.
But it will change, I think.
It will. What was the next thing, Maura?
Our backpack program, which is an awesome program.
Yes.
During the holidays, like the next 2 Fridays, we won't be doing it, but otherwise it serves any of the children within our 3 towns that are on food stamps or on the reduced lunch program at school. They just need to bring in that sheet, And then every Friday they come in and they'll pick up food for the weekend, which is usually fresh fruit, vegetables, for, to balance everything. Their cereal or some kind of breakfast and their lunches, and usually something for dinner. So it's an awesome program to help the family supplement, the kids, and snacks. We do very healthy snacks now. I try to pick up yogurt whenever I can at United Way Food Bank when we go. So it's a great program, and the kids enjoy it for the most part, and it's nutritious, because that's our focus, making sure that we're serving nutritious food to the children in our community, so they can study better, learn better, and be healthy, and that's the goals.
That's the goal. And a report, I just got an emailed report from End Hunger Connecticut, and I don't know whether I've emailed that over to you yet, but it's a study that they've done, and it's nice to have a study done that really says what we know as people in this business or who've raised a family, in that children who are fed a nutritious, balanced meal on a schedule are healthier, they do better in school, they suffer less headaches and anxiety, better just everything. The whole picture changes when the child does not have to worry about food, where the next meal is coming from, and when you do get those regular meals, that they're healthy, nutritious meals with fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, and a balanced meal. So this study is important because it also gives us a chance, as we prepare our menus from Friday to Friday, what different types of things do we want to put in there, and we do survey the parents. What does your child prefer to eat? Do children like tuna fish? If we're giving out tuna fish, do they really like it? Are they really going to eat it? We know it's nutritious, or is there something else that they would like? And we're going to be concentrating on fruit a month. And we're going to be asking the public to help us with that.
That's great.
For the emergency food pantry, but also for the backpack program, so that the kids have access to fresh fruit all through the winter. Canned fruit is helpful, but if you can have some apples and oranges and bananas, it's nice.
Strive for that primarily.
We do, don't we?
Frequently I get the celery, the sticks already cut up, and then with the peanut butter on it. Those are quick snacks that are healthy for the kids. And even introducing some things that maybe are new to them, all of a sudden they do like it. So it's like for a while there, spinach was a good item. They like spinach. I was giving out cans of spinach. So, but then then I think they decided they didn't like the spinach as much. But for a while that worked.
It did. It really did. Yep. And then we've gone to flour tortillas and Chilean beans and beans for burritos, and the kids can make these up themselves.
Yeah, that was what's nice about that. I got a lot of those flat things.
Yeah, those are very helpful. The kids love them.
Yeah.
They'll eat them. And
something that's easy for them to do. All right.
And so the other thing that we strive to do in putting all of our programs together, and all the other agencies, around here, we want to say, happy holidays to everybody, but they're all doing their specific things too to help people in the community. And we specialize and focus on certain things, and certainly food and fuel and clothing, but also stabilizing families through putting them to work. And that is really what Maura has been concentrating on for this year, and the results have been phenomenal. Started off, and it's just continued to go up, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, the Job Search Club works really well. I've been a little surprised at times at some of the results we've had. Like right now, I think I just did the other day, I do a report for the board of directors. And when I went through the percentages, it ended up being like, I think it's 49% of those that come regular to the Job Search Club have found employment. I think just this past week, as of right now, just another one today came in and she got a job.
Really?
So I think it's 4 people in the last week have found jobs. The attendance really skyrocketed during November. I think we jumped like almost doubled. We've been having like 10 to 15 people at times. And out of that, probably 6 of them have found jobs right now that I know of. They don't always tell me, like this girl, she happened to be in to pick up her toys. She spotted me and said, oh, by the way, I was going to email you. I did get a job. So, and I think she wants to go to be a CNA or something like that. So I'm kind of encouraging her, maybe you can do that in the evening, some ways to, move beyond the job you're at now, because, it's not one that maybe is as stable as something that's going to be in the medical field will be. But it's every Monday morning, 9:30 to 10:30. Even during the holidays, we're meeting. We're a little cramped for space, but that's fine. We're working around it. We have the computer lab where you can come in yourself, look for jobs, or I can do resumes with you, or cover letters. And so if you don't have one, or even if you do have one, if I can critique it and say, look, here's what's happening, because today they're only looking at that resume from 6 to 11 seconds. So if you don't have something right in the top that's going to market you and sell you and say, I want to hear more about you, then you may very easily be put aside. We work on their email. Sometimes their email address is terrible. The wording they're using.
It isn't professional. It
not
isn't
professional.
What a person reviewing as a business person you're going to want to see there. You're going to respond to, and it'll be.
So, I mean, fine, keep that one, but then set up a new one on Gmail that's your professional one. Because I know there's one large organization in the area that employs thousands of people. And if they get an email on their desk or comes to them through email or the cover letter or anything, and it's got this crazy, unprofessional email address, their resume is going goodbye. And you may be the best candidate. But you didn't, that's cute for your friends, but not for businesses. And networking, we can't ever understress the fact of networking is really one of the key elements to getting that position. So it begins with somebody that one person and then they refer you to 2 more people. And it just keeps going on until you've got, this big group of people you can network with. But you also have to make sure you thank them, keep in touch with them, because, and make sure definitely you tell them when you did get employed, because it's going to build from there and you're going to get a job. Cold calling. This week, one of the subjects we're going to do networking, referrals, cold calling, some of those different aspects of getting your job. Because I had someone the other day walked into an organization, cold called, and this organization's been advertising, and he stood in the lobby for a little while, and all of a sudden a gentleman came over to speak to him. He's telling him a little bit about himself, and he doesn't have, a really great education or anything else. This was the president of the company.
That he's just accidentally run into in the lobby.
And the president was impressed enough with him and the way he talked and presented himself. He says, I want my secretary, and by then I think he didn't introduce himself, set up an appointment with you. And he had an interview this Wednesday. Now, they're not going to be definitely making decisions till after the first of the year. But, I mean, he got his foot in the door that I bet his resume may not have gotten him as far as he got with this. So cold calling, it can work. I mean, you're going to work in some places and they say, nope, whatever. I mean, if their ad says no, no personal shows, whatever, obey that. But if they didn't say that, give it a shot. You never know who, and that again is just like networking, standing in the grocery line, talking to the man or woman in front of you and back of you. Maybe they're the president of their company, and that is going to result in a job for you.
I think the thing about Maura's background and part of my background is human resources, where you were hiring people, mentoring people in the workforce, and then when people found another job, and helping them leave the company and go on to their other jobs. So none of these things that we're saying that Maura's imparting to people, none of this is a secret. All of these things are real and true. We want you to know about them because we know about them and we know they work.
Exactly.
They do work. And I've sat in on a couple of sessions that Maura's had, and started out with 2 or 3 people. I was thrilled to see 2 or 3 people there showing an interest and willing to come in and sit. And then when I sit around the table this last time and there are 15 people there, and knowing that this is the average attendance now, 12 to 15 every Monday, I'm I'm astounded and thrilled. You know,
and they're repeats. A lot of them are coming. And
That's what it
and those
takes.
are the ones that are getting the jobs.
Those are the ones that are getting the job. So that's how you stabilize your family. You get a job that helps to pay the bills and take the worry off your shoulders, and you're moving along. We have about 3 or 4 more minutes, Maura. We should probably mention that the Neighborhood Center now has a Facebook page.
Yes.
And we are, what have we had it for? About 2 months?
Approximately.
Approximately 2 months. And so we'd love you to go out on Facebook and like us on Facebook, and we'll be adding a lot of our information and photos.
Yeah.
We take 1 million photos of everything that we're doing. They go in our newsletter that gets mailed out, but it'll be going now onto Facebook. And so like us on Facebook.
Yep.
Watch us on TV, listen to us on WBLQ twice a month, and then like us on Facebook.
Right.
And we'd like to wish everybody a very, very happy holiday, a happy new year, and Maura and I will come back in January with another program and bring you some more information, but we wish you all a very safe and happy new year.